Hello, my name is Garx82 and welcome back to our Omnifactory playthrough. You may notice a little bit of an upgrade in my Draconic Fusion crafting room. Now this is definitely, there are some issues with this setup and I'll just go into them really quick. But basically what I am doing is outputting a couple of recipes that we use a lot of into this chest right here, and then using limited filters, basically telling them only put a certain amount in each chest, and then I'm pulling out the items into the thing. Now, the only problem, and I've tried with both blocking and ignoring blocking on this chest, and it doesn't seem to make a difference, is but part of the problem is right when it first starts the crafts and it starts pulling the items out into these chests, say it puts, you know, it'll put these 4 items in, and then this will start pulling out the items, but occasionally it'll pull out like this block will try to put more items back in to keep this stocked, and it might pull out the wrong item as it's putting more items in, and then it gets clogged up. It doesn't always, but right at the beginning it does have issues, and I can actually show that. And there is a conduit with that has set to use a redstone signal underneath. And I've also tried using redstone conduits to connect these, and I've been having issues with that. It doesn't seem to want to update the redstone signal. I don't know. But, alright, so I'll just really quickly, if we do, I'll turn that one on. I'll leave the rest off so they don't all get clogged up. But basically, say I want to do 10 wyvern. Alright, it actually worked that time. Let's see if we can... Alright. I'm being proven wrong. But yeah, sometimes it gets clogged up. If these are all left on, it could possibly get clogged up. So what I have been doing is just crafting up a large amount. Like, I'll be like, okay, I need 1,000. And then I'll have these turned off, and then I'll turn them all on once the items are actually in the thing. It's fine. But I want to see if I can get it clogged up. But, yeah, before there's any items in here is the issue. Alright, I'll try again. Let's see if we can... No items, let's just make sure everything... I just want to get it all clogged up, because it is a bit of a pain to clear it out, so... Let's see if it happens. Well, I'm being proven wrong. But no, there definitely is issues if you have them all turned on at the same time. And the problem is because there's no blocking mode. This has blocking mode with the interface, but I can't stop it from inserting this stuff. I have no idea if I can do like a blocking mode with the filter. I don't think... Maybe you could do some redstone stuff, but not sure. The other option would be to do filters on every single thing, and I don't know if I feel like doing that. Alright, something got screwed up there, see? Yeah. It occasionally does happen. So it's definitely not foolproof, and I know I could probably do... with the packaged auto mode would probably be better. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna leave this kind of for now, because like I said, usually if I craft up like 1,000, once it kind of like gets going, it's fine. I would like to see if I can do this, maybe get this working. Kind of doing my own thing. It's kind of fun to try to figure it out, maybe with priority and stuff. I was trying to kind of fool around with that, but yeah, it's definitely not ideal. But at the moment, it's working okay. I'd say it's about, I don't know, 70%. It works, but yeah. Anyway, just thought I would point that out. Now I am crafting up, as we can see, another Heart of a Universe. That is crafting up the Chaos Shards. Let me just double check that is indeed working. Yep, it's just very, very slow. Something weird was going on in here. I had a whole bunch of items in here, but it said missing input item, and I pulled them out and put them back in, and then it worked. I don't know. Maybe it was with the tier 1s. Maybe it was getting confused between, it was trying to do this one and this one for the dilithium. So I don't know if it was just getting like confused or what, but yeah, I did have a little issue with that. So, but anyway, I think today I'm gonna need, I mean, this isn't super exciting stuff, but what I have noticed in crafting up this time, I've gone ahead and added even more kind of like passively crafted stuff to keep in stock. I've added a whole bunch of different types of plates. As we can see, I'm doing wrought iron and steel plates, and I ended up getting rid of electrum plates and replacing them with platinum plates. Because we don't need electrum plates, we need electrum foils is basically what we need. But yeah. So that is that, and then we got all our stars and stuff. Lots of plating and everything. But what I noticed from this last time I crafted up, this was, man, is that, I did notice that that import bus up here was being a bit funny. Yeah, there's like an import bus here, and this one's being a bit funny. And don't know why. If I do this, it'll probably, yeah. It's like sometimes it doesn't register, which may be an issue with all the import buses that I don't even use them. Yeah, I don't know. I could probably, actually, why don't we fix that? Let's do, yeah, we should probably just do conduits into a interface. That's what I actually have underneath all the Draconic things. I just pipe it directly into an interface. So let's do, yeah. We'll just do like an interface there. And then just do this kind of thing. Yeah, that's better. Because the thing with that, if it's not working, like it clogs other stuff up in the crafting process. So I want to get that working. So, but yeah, like the main kind of backup I was running into was the. Right, that's good. I was a little worried about this thing, but did we? I can't remember if we fixed it. Did we? Yeah. The problem is Cata cores can go in here and on there, so it seems to be okay. Alright, but that's working. The assembly lines is the backup, because you need, I don't know, like 100 emitters. You need like 30 of these, you need a whole bunch of field generators, and I only have 2 assembly lines, so I think today I need to expend that at least 2 more. Yeah, at least 2 more of these, and possibly even more. Because obviously we have a lot of recipes on there, so it can't craft when they are... It just kind of gets backed up is the issue. So I think I'm going to do that. So I need to basically just expand this. I can go this way, right? Yeah. Expand this room, craft up a bunch more assembly lines, and yeah, I think I will... We'll do that because fortunately I used a couple of these reactor stuff. I completely forgot that using tier 9 and tier 10 use these, so I need 3 more of each because today I want to get the creative RF thing crafted up. So yeah, I'm gonna need to get that going, and the assembly line's relatively quick, I think. So yeah, let me cut here, and we'll come back in a second. I may just do... I could maybe set like 1,000 of these going again, so they are crafting up while I am doing other stuff. All right, but yeah, let me cut here and we'll come back. All right, we are back, and a little bit of time has passed, and I've gone ahead and crafted up 2 more assemblers, and basically just more of the same underneath, except this one I only have emitter LEV and an emitter ZPM in there to spread those out, and then obviously we took them off there. So yeah, just spreading them out, and if we need to, if there's more, the only other one that I've noticed could be an issue is the field generator, or possibly the wetware mainframe might be a bit of an issue. I'm just noticing we could probably take neuro processing units off that because I don't craft them in there anymore, but I'll leave that. Yeah, so if we need to spread that out, I'll craft up more assembly lines. It's so easy to craft up assembly lines now. Everything is just auto crafting, and yeah, it's super easy. They do take a little bit of time to get everything placed and all the, you know, conduits and everything placed where we need them, but yeah, we'll just keep expanding this room that way. So if we have like 15 assembly lines, we'll have 15 assembly lines. We'll see. But yeah, real quick, I feel like I've talked about Draconic Infusion so much, but I ended up actually putting filters on every single one of these, and one thing is I actually didn't realize this was a thing, and I don't know if you know this is a thing, but if you say set, I don't know if this has anything in it, yeah. If you have those set, and if you want to copy them, all you have to do is put them in a crafting table, and it actually copies the filter for you. So that is actually really cool. I'm going to clear those. Those were the original ones I put in these until I put limited item filter in there, so this didn't get clogged up. But basically, that has fixed the issue we were having with the very beginning. I'm like, where did I put those? I like to keep some of those. That fits the very beginning of the craft getting mixed up. Since it can't put any more than it's only allowed to put the exact amount in. If I go ahead and say I want 1,000 wyvern cores, which I don't mind having running, that will That won't be an issue. So that has fixed that. Now the big problem, this is a pretty huge problem, is if I start crafting up the other one, the dislocators, and I would no, that's not going to work. I was just thinking maybe it would work if I did blocking mode. The problem is it'll fill up this stuff that it needs, and it'll fill up the dislocator stuff, and then it just gets all sorts of messed up. So really, this is definitely not ideal. And the main problem is I don't have a blocking mode on these chests. Yeah, maybe I'll be able to figure that out, but as of right this second, yeah, I don't know. I don't have that. I don't have that figured out. Okay, and really quick, a couple things. Also, I don't think I've ever shown this off, but basically I have set up a thing to craft the lava things that we use for the wyverns. So we need tons of those, and they used to take forever to craft up. Compressed infused lava blocks. Basically, I have 3 fluid solidifiers for glass. They're outputting into an electrolyzer. Unfortunately, we're not even producing enough glass to run 1 ZPM electrolyzer for this, so it's flickering on and off, which I really don't like. But I kind of just threw it here to get it set up. I really don't like this setup at all. I just think it looks pretty bad. And yeah, I just did the creative tanks right on top of the fluid solidifiers because it's using too much liquid glass to worry about exporting. With the things, it was just, yeah, it's not going to be able to keep up. And I don't want to like overload AE too much. But basically that gets the nether quartz, that gets pumped into here. And then this outputs into a compacting drawer, which automatically compresses it. So we don't have to have that as a crafting item. So that's good. And then that's just getting pulled out and thrown in the storage room. But yeah, so that's that little setup. I can't remember if I don't think I showed that off. But one thing I just found out, and I had no clue, I never knew this was a thing with AE2. If you have, say right here, I want to put these glowstone things in here and automatically craft up those glowstone elevation units. If I put a crafting cutter on there, it'll craft up, you know, it'll do the craft, which is you get 1 from the craft. So it should throw the 1 in there. Don't prove me wrong. Yeah, it's crafting up. And there it goes. It does the 1. And then it's like, okay, we have room for another one. It'll start crafting up another one. And seems to be taking its time. But yeah. So basically, it'll craft 1 at a time. And as we can see, it is pretty slow. Fire into crafting up another one. Sometimes it acts a little funny. I have noticed that before. Export buses can be a little funny, especially if you have hundreds like I do. Yeah, there it goes. So it's crafting up the 1, now it's crafting up a second one, then I'll craft up a third one. There it goes. If you put exploration cards in there, that will actually tell it to craft up more than 1. So it'll do that. And then the next time it does it, it should... Yeah, there it goes. It's crafting up 8. And if I put another one in, it'll craft up 32. And if I put 3 crafting cards in there, it will craft up 64 at once. I had no idea that was actually like... I didn't know that was like a thing that AE did. So yeah, acceleration cards affect how many crafting things it does. Which I thought was pretty cool. So there we go. It's going to craft up 60. It was 64, but obviously it's crafted up some. Yeah, so that's really cool. I wasn't using acceleration cards because I didn't realize that that made a difference. But yeah, I just thought I'd point that out because I don't know how many people realize that. That the acceleration cards actually do affect crafting cards. All right, but let me cut here and let me see what we want to do. Right, I need to... This is what we're working towards. Oh, also, I crafted up another neutronium solar. Not that that's overly exciting, but yeah, I have 2 neutronium solars because I was starting to use more power during the day than I was producing. So we're draining like 7 million. I wasn't producing enough. It was actually starting to drop. So now we have 2 of those. All right, we are back, and I am just looking at the... Sometimes I still don't know why. Sometimes when there is recipes for it, like this, that we obviously have a recipe for that. It just doesn't work. I think it's from the auto crafting. Yeah, I'm just looking at everything needed for the ultimate generator. And the majority of the stuff we do have. Unfortunately, I only have these up to 64, but I'm just going to manually pull out like a stack. I'm not going to set up a whole like tank or a chest, a quantum chest to store those when it's just 100. I can easily just pull out a thing, but yeah, I did have to set up a thing for lava buckets, which was a bit annoying. I've spent quite a bit of time actually setting up recipes for all this stuff. It was surprisingly there was a lot of recipes I actually had to do. Like a lot of this stuff, steel frames I didn't have, extreme alloys I didn't have, this I didn't have. A lot of like the components, solar panels, redstone clocks, like end rods, purple blocks, brewing stands. Like a lot of the stuff I didn't actually... enchanting tables, so it did take quite a while to get all this stuff. But thankfully I had all the solar panel stuff already in there. But yeah, I think the final thing we're gonna need here is... yeah, and like all these generators and stuff, which were a bit of a pain. But yeah, I think, yeah, the fusion reactors, I don't have those done. I have the tier 1, but I don't have tier 2 and tier 3, so I just got to do that really quick, and I should move this thing down, but oh well, we'll just leave it there. I don't know why I did that when it's right there, but alright, so tier 2, yeah, just... that. Wonder if that will move to that. It moves them closer. I wonder if I do that there. Is it gonna move? I'm just kind of curious. If I do tier 3, if I do tier 3 there, is that gonna move? I don't know. We'll see. Wait, so I pull that out, put it back in, load. Yeah, it moved like the tier 3 down and the 2. That was interesting. Alright. Oh, it also combined those, didn't it? Weren't those spread out? But I think that is everything for this. I can actually just directly go there. I know I should be taking the viaducts, but yeah, a little bit quicker. So I think that is everything for the ultimate generator. I actually crafted up 5,000 wyvern cores, and just to see if that worked, and everything is working pretty well. I just did 1,000 warp engines, so I'm just crafting up like super large amounts. Because we have that little bit of an issue with crafting up multiple items, which is kind of annoying, but yeah. I'll see if I could maybe sort that out. Anyway, let me craft up. This is going to take me a little while, unfortunately. There is actually 4 of these. Does this actually do anything? Ultimate generator, or is it just a crafting item? I actually don't know. Yeah. There was also like this end steel plates, never had any of those, and one of them had like end steel like gears, and yeah, ice. I had to come up with ice. So I had to do a thing with ice, a solidifier for ice and stuff. So, all right, let me cut here. This is going to take a little while to craft up, and we'll come back when we get this ultimate generator thing. All right, there we go. We are crafting up the ultimate generator. That actually went pretty quick. That was probably only about 5-second craft. Yeah, there we go. There is our first of 4. Now, there is definitely a couple things that we need to sort out here. And I'm also crafting up a whole bunch of those dislocators again. Because I was getting low, so, you know, I just collected 5,000. But I was getting low on dragon eggs because I was turning them all into stem cells as well. But I stopped that. Yeah, so there is a couple things that are slowing everything down. One is the crystal things, because this recipe is actually let's, well, what am I doing? It's right there. It's an IV recipe, so it is quite slow. So I'm thinking, I was kind of waiting to do this. I was hoping the new update would be out. One, to move those microminer things down here finally. I've been putting that off. But the other thing is, I believe there is processing arrays, which means I can put a whole bunch of machines in one multi-block. That is in Gregtech New Horizons, and that's going to be in the update. Those are going in. So I've been kind of putting off changing a lot of my stuff, but the problem we're running into is, for example, I think that Ultimate Generator needed 10,000 fine wires. It needed 10,000 of these. So it just takes a while to do that, and then it kind of like backlogs everything else because it's waiting. One, it's actually using this wire mill. So any other kind of recipe in here can't work. So it's pushing the stuff back there. And yeah, but like I said, I was kind of waiting to change a lot of that, but I think we're going to have to go ahead and fix that. Now, what I'm thinking is I'm going to use this room. I actually ended up all the way down here. We dug out a room, and I never ended up using it. Unfortunately, that is right there. I might have to fill that in. But what I'm thinking is, how do I want to do this? I guess CPM. I will do, what I'm going to do is a bunch of wire mills and a bunch of precision laser engravers and a bunch of maybe like compressors and lathes kind of thing. So I'll probably do, let me craft up a bunch of things here. I gotta do recipes for a couple of them, and it takes a second to craft up the components. All right, we are back, and I need to do a lot of this. I'm gonna adjust some of these recipes. Obviously, like these, for example. I'm just gonna get kind of started here. Man, I always forget to I always forget to craft up the recipes first, so I have them in my inventory so I can actually adjust it. Because if I shift click in, I'm just gonna get this recipe, but that's not what I want. I want let's do 64. And then we'll see if we need to adjust that. I guess I could just do, I can just replace the things. I don't need to pull this out. And then I think I'm gonna do, we'll do, I'll do like, yeah, because you get 4. So I think we'll do that, I think. I was like, why is that working? So I'm just trying to think. We get 4. Is that right? Yeah. Math is difficult. All right, so we'll do that. And like I said, I'm going to go through these, and actually I don't want that in there. Let's, yeah. I'll have to kind of figure out. And this is just the beginning, but basically I've gone down here, and as we can see, I ended up doing 5 because I wanted that centered. I was going to do 4, but yeah, so we'll do that. Like that, and then, like I said, we'll do a lathe, a compressor, and probably the precision laser engraver, I think. I think that's what I'll do. I just need a little bit of time to figure out what I want to do with that. Now, I'll just turn these off, because these are just going to be export stuff. This isn't, we're not going to put any recipes in those. All the recipes are going to go in this chest. I may even need a second chest. I don't think I have, actually I just have enough cable. Let me craft up some more. All right, so there's that, and then what we're gonna do is basically do this. Now eventually when we finally get the updates, these all will be put in a processing array. So basically it'll be a multi-block, but until then we'll just have to do it this way. And then like this. Now hopefully this will work. All right, so let's see. I want, say, osmium, I want 10,000 of that. All right, and there we go. So that'll just fill that up. And yeah, there we go. That is much, much quicker than what we were doing before. Oh, what's going on? Because it's switched. Probably not getting enough power. Nope, not enough power. And yeah, I did craft up more of these. So I'm gonna have to, man, I'm gonna have to connect all these, but I want to get this, before we wrap up here, I want to get this going and make sure it's running smooth. I may need to even, no, it's not going in there, it's going in here though. That one I'm actually not even using at the moment. That. I probably could have done Draconic, but yeah, I just had these on hand. Just figured why not. All right, so let's see. I do like how you can see like the laser. You can see the direction it's going. I think that's kind of cool. Ooh, we're still not getting enough power. Alright, I'm going to have to switch that out to a CEF 16. Well, that's what we'll do. I don't have a recipe for that. I only have the one for 4. I need to finally get a recipe for that, but wait, holy cow. Did it do 10,000? Oh my god, it did 10,000 in what? A few minutes? Like, that was like 2 minutes? Yeah, that took quite a bit longer. But like I said, I'm going to change a lot of the wire recipes, and then I'm going to place them on here so we can get that going. Compressors, lathes for the rods that we're going to need, and hopefully that will speed up a lot of these recipes. Unfortunately, did not get the creative RF source today, but I'm going to get some of this stuff done, and hopefully, I think maybe next episode. These just took a bit longer than I was hoping they would be. It took a long time to put all these recipes in. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.